Good evening. It's January 26th, 2017, and we're here at the Portland Expo for tonight's exciting boys basketball action between the Windham Eagles and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Mike Hoffer tonight. Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports. Mike, the Dogs are playing 2 nights in a row. Last night, they beat Thornton Academy, which catapulted them into the top position in Class AA North.
Right, and I think a lot of people felt once they lost up at Edward Little that Edward Little was going to have the inside track for the 1 spot, and there's still a long way to go and a lot of implications, but I think Portland is very content being where they are. You can see they're getting better by the day, and even though they struggled in a lot of areas last night, they found a way to win, and that's what good teams do, and that's what teams with championship pedigrees do. So, so far so good, and now we'll see if they can bounce back on short rest.
Well, if the Dogs run the table, of course, they'll stay in first place. Edward Little has, we could say, an easier schedule. They play Lewiston and they play Mount Ararat, which is ranked number in the bottom of Class A, and a couple other teams that aren't ranked nearly as high, although I think they play Windham yet, but as high as the teams that Portland has to play, as they've got Windham here, then they have Deering, Cheverus, and South Portland to round it out, so it's not going to be an easy trip to number 1.
No, but in a sense, even if they drop one of those games, it's a great tune-up for the tournament, and I guarantee you that Coach Russo and his staff, they're more concerned about let's finish strong. Even if we lose one of these games, we want to be at our best in the middle of February, the latter part of February, and they always play this schedule at the end of the year. That's why it's drawn up this way, and you really want to be tested late.
Yeah, right, and going into it, we might even say that Coach Russo would probably prefer not to be number 1. Why be a target?
Right, especially this year where it's not as veteran as the last couple of years. Yes, there are a few players who have been through the wars, but this is kind of still a young, developing team, and if they could, maybe not have to wear the bullseye and sneak up on teams as much as the Portland team ever can, and that's not very much, but I think he would opt for that, yeah.
Well, we play Windham tonight, and they are 9-3. They're ranked 6th right now. If the playoffs were today, they'd have the last spot in Class AA North, and they are led by their leading scorer, number 3, Nick Curtis, who's averaging about 20 points a game, and he can knock in some threes, and number 24, Mike Gilman, who's averaging 19 points a game, including a game against Sanford in which he threw up 10 threes and had 31 points. He was Press Herald Honorable Mention Player of the Week this week, so Windham is no pushover. No,
and their record implies that they're doing pretty well. They just haven't been tested to the degree that Portland has. They had a game against Deering on opening night that they lost pretty handily, but they've been beating the teams they're supposed to beat, and that's what good teams do. And now they're getting more into a little bit more of the meat of their schedule. This is a good barometer for them. Come in here, play Portland. Maybe the Bulldogs a little vulnerable playing on back-to-back nights. The teams always elevate their games when they come in here and play on the big stage, so I'm sure Windham's looking forward to this opportunity.
And Windham got their losses out of the way early as they lost 3 out of their first 4 to Deering, Cheverus, and Oxford Hills while beating Lewiston. Since that time, they've won 8 in a row, including the last game against Bonnie Eagle. So it should be a very exciting night tonight. We're pleased to have Mike join us as Frank Meyer is on assignment with Deering Track, and we'll bring you all of the action in a moment.
Here's the starting lineup. Windham FO number 30, senior Chris Brown.
Oh, I've got my own. Thanks.
6'2", junior Griffin Foley. A guy from Windham number 24, junior Mike Gilman. Followed the boy number 23, 6'4", sophomore Trey Ballou. Center with number 31, junior Corey Hutchison. Polo center number 32, 6'5", senior Charlie Lyle. Guard number 11, junior Hunter Crawford. Number 12, 5'8", junior Danny Hugo. And the guy from number 3, junior Nick Curtis. And the ball number 2, 5'9", junior Teron Moss. Chad Mulligan, head coach of Windham High School. Joe Russo, the head coach of Portland. A certified athletic trainer Ryan Lucas. The officials for tonight's game are Dan Moore and Dan Shorey. Would everybody please stand? The Fulton High School Pep Band, under the direction of Jay Sawtell, plays our national game.
So a nice rendition of the national anthem by the student pep band at Portland High School, led by Jane Sawtell. Across the way, we see, as we saw last night, coaches Hartman and Ferranti of the football and softball teams, respectively. They have proven to be loyal fans of the Portland basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, certainly Coach Hartman makes sense. He has certainly some players that also play basketball, and Coach Ferranti being a long-time affiliation with Portland High School, and guessing this isn't the first basketball game he's been to.
Right, and you know, frankly, folks, it's a cheap date. It's a cheap ticket to watch Portland High School basketball. I just met a friend from Falmouth who came over and brought her son here tonight, merely because it's good entertainment to watch the Portland High School basketball team. And I mentioned Deering. That's also good entertainment, and we're going to be at Deering High School in about a week to be able to watch some really, really great basketball in what I believe to be one of the best atmospheres to watch a game.
Well, if it's anything like last year's atmosphere, it'll certainly be great. I'm looking forward to that evening for a lot of reasons.
So jumping and winning over Chris Brown is Chris Lyle. And here we go now as Windham, let's see, it starts out with a man-to-man look here. For three, Tehran, he falls down, and Yuga with the rebound.
Yep, he made a lot of hustle plays last night. He's picked right up where he left off. See if Portland can get off to a fast start. They did not yesterday, and I'm sure they'd like to tonight.
There was a little slap there by Nicholas Curtis, and no call.
I think they'd like to get Lyle involved because he was very quiet last night, and looky there.
Yep. Posts up, and you know, if the Dogs have a post-up game,
wow,
all the better. We have a quick timeout as the Windham coach Pulkinen sees something that he doesn't like. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. The score, Bulldogs 2, Eagles nothing. So we're on now after the timeout, and Hunter Coffin is in, and he takes the ball out, gets it up to Curtis. Curtis is a threat. Yuga with the rebound, and he has Griffin Foley on the break.
Can't
and the
finish.
Follow.
Wow. Well, a good start for the Bulldogs, and I'm guessing that the Windham coaching staff is not happy at all at this point.
Well, it's 4-0.
And Foley's always looking for that breakout pass.
Oh, back door.
Beautifully
up
done.
And in. So Gilman for 2. That's how it's done.
It's a good answer there from Windham, and they're on the board.
No, a little forced shot there. That's a Portland turnover.
First of the night. Actually, that was a big reason Portland won last night. They won the turnover battle by a more than 2-1 margin. Thornton Academy gave them a lot of gifts.
We have a Windham turnover, so it's 1-1 in turnovers. As you know, last night the difference could have been the fact that Portland did have, or Thornton had 2-1 more turnovers than Portland did.
And then the Bulldogs hitting 22 of 27 free throws was a big factor too.
Huge
in a 4-point game.
Huge. Oops.
A little tall.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Little unforced error there. The Dogs uncharacteristically with 2 turnovers. And Coach Russo doing what he did last night, subbing early. He brings Pedro Fonseca in to replace Manny Yugu.
Yeah, and Pedro sees some minutes, and he's a big contributor when he's in there too.
I had a chance to visit last night with assistant coach and JV coach Joe Giordano, and it was really a wonderful, instructive night as Lyle pulls down that rebound. And, you know, we learned, of course...
beautiful feed, and a nice block, and a nice
Lyle with the second foul. And we learned that, you know, Coach Russo wanted to shake things up early as they were down early, and he immediately went to John Bento, who came in and gave them some quality minutes.
Quinn Clark, Trey Ballou, who started tonight but didn't start that game. And Lyle there with a steal right after a block. He's been very active so far.
He's really on fire right now, Charlie Lyle. He's possessed here tonight, but there's a forced pass there by Ballou, and another turnover here and converted by Gilman.
And now we'll have a timeout for Portland.
Right, so it's 6-4. The Dogs are up by 2. Coach Russo wants to talk with his team. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first quarter. So here we go after the timeout. Tehran. Well, Griffin Foley thought better of it. He's got Clay Hardy in now.
Hardy started last night, but not tonight, but he makes the most of his first shot.
And the Dogs are up by 4, 8-4. The margin of last night's victory. Oh, hands on the ball.
I'm surprised he didn't take it right in there. He had a path to the basket.
Underneath on the reverse, but Griffin Foley on the rebound. Coast to coast he'll go. He's got Pedro Fonseca in the corner.
Nice.
And he hits.
Nice transition opportunity. Got a good look there. Foley created it.
Yeah, and, you know, Pedro's been doing that so often. He hit the first 3 last night to change things around a little bit as well.
Right.
Gilman to answer. His 7th point of the first quarter here. It's 11-7. He has scored every point for the Eagles to date. Foley for 3.
Much more crisp early offense from the Bulldogs than we saw last night. They really struggled a lot of the night, and a lot of that was their opponent.
14-7, the back door, up and over.
Oh,
we're going to have a foul
there.
Charlie Lyle is like, what?
Bowling foul, number 32, Charlie Lyle. His first and first on the team.
Definitely a late whistle there, but Gilman with a chance to add to his prodigious point total.
Shooting 2.
Of course, the score is 14-7. You can't do it with one player. The Dogs have proven that time and time again, year after year.
Even if your name is Ralph Mims, the Bulldogs will get you.
Exactly what I was thinking of.
That would probably be the most memorable example.
44 points in the state final several years ago, and a tremendous effort with a standing ovation from both sides as Gilman converts 1 out of 2. And yet, the Dogs came away victorious with the state championship.
In overtime. What an epic that was. Hard to believe that's 13 years ago.
And I was merely a spectator at that game. I was not covering these games.
Pedro continuing to play well. So 5 points early for Pedro Fonseca off the bench.
Yeah, nice floater.
It looks like we're going to see some more of Bento, like we did last night. He's ready to check in. Earn some additional playing time.
Yeah, and
there's Lyle saying, I don't think so. So he's got 3 rebounds and a pair of blocks here in the early going, as well as 4 points. I think he's already exceeded his output of last night in some ways.
And a steal he's got tonight as well.
Right, so he's doing a little of everything. Stuff in the stat sheet, they call it.
Lyle had just 2 points last night, you correctly point out, Mike.
And Quinn Clark on the floor, too. So just like last night, the rotation pretty deep early.
Gilman from
Speaking of
downtown.
deep, oh my.
So this guy can hit an NBA 3.
We saw Austin Boudreau last night, and Gilman's range is just as good.
Of a foul on Dero Bowl.
Danny Hugo is back in for Pedro Fonseca.
Well, you know, that's not a foul, I guess. I thought it was. That's what it looked like in the early going of it, but it's Windham ball. Steal.
Oh, well, there we go. Who wants it? Nobody. That's Windham came up with it after all. And here's Gilman. Looked like he wanted another 3. He is enjoying the big stage so far, even though he missed that shot.
Look at Bento with the rebound. Comes in and helps right away.
You know, some players just love the big stage. And, you know, you could see it with Austin Boudreau last night. You're seeing it with Gilman here tonight, and he just picked up an offensive foul. Not sure about that one, Steve, but that's where they're going.
Well, we'll have to watch the replay when we get back to our abode. There we go. Clint Clark with a steal.
And he's racing up the floor. Feeds Foley for another 3. And Portland, they couldn't hit a 3 last night. They've hit 3 already here tonight.
You can't tell me that Griffin Foley didn't want that more than most.
Yeah.
After that call.
Good point. I think he had a point to make, and he made it. He made 3 of them, actually, on that one. Let's see if somebody other than Gilman can get involved with Windham scoring.
Yeah, 19-11 is the score right now. Number 10 is in as well, Nazari Henderson.
And there we go. Here
Clark with the rebound. Hugo for 3.
Not this time.
Gilman up and in on the break on the feed from Curtis.
He is having himself a quarter, that is for sure. He's on a pace for over 50 points. Oh, I don't know how Lyle grabbed that rebound out of the hands of 2 players, but he got it.
I believe it's his 4th of the night. 19-13 is the score.
And he'll go to the line.
2 on the team. Charlie Lyle, 2 free throws.
Free throw no good.
Tehran and Fonseca will come in for Bento and Hugo. Everybody is contributing.
Yeah, that bench has become a huge part of this team's success, and that's, this team has a lot of players that do something well. They might not have superstars, but they cover all the bases in one way or another. Well, it just looked like Portland was going to pull away and maybe get a double-digit lead. Windham's hanging around. They're trying to make it a one-possession game on this possession. And here's Mr. Gilman again. Kicks it out this time.
Nice rebound for Henderson.
Oh, you got to be
way downtown, Gilman.
Boy, what a show
he has
putting
single-handedly kept Windham in this game. 16 points, and the score is 19-16. He scored every one of Windham's points.
And a couple of those threes have just been from way downtown. So,
oh my goodness!
I think you'll see Portland play a little tighter defense on him in the second quarter. I would venture a guess there.
Well, I'm running out of room in my score sheet here. A foul away from the ball.
Looks like that's going to keep the ball down here. It'll be on Windham. But what a performance.
Number 3, Nick Curtis is first. Team foul number 3. Ray Blue, Ethan Charlie Lyle.
Foley, no. Oh, here we go. And there's Gilman open again.
Oh,
give him 18. Give him 18. My goodness. See if Moss can get something before the horn. No.
Oh, almost. Oh,
so
my
7-0
goodness.
run there to end by the Eagles, and now it's a 1-point game.
That is unbelievable. 18 points. Second half action in a moment. We're going to start second quarter action here as Henderson will inbound to Curtis.
Well, I think defensively, Portland has learned what they need to do. And they start by forcing a turnover, which is good, but I don't think you're going to see number 24 with 36 points at halftime. I'm just guessing that his production is going to slow a little bit. Now, the question is, can some other Eagles step up? If so, they're going to be in this game the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you think of as a coach. I mean, you're glad to be in it in any way you can be, but can't tell me that Coach Russo has not made some adjustments here. Lyle fighting in the paint. He's got Griffin Foley off for a 3 in the corner, and he hits it.
And he is definitely feeling it tonight.
He's got 9 points, all on 3-point plays from the field.
Yeah, we had foul after the play. The basket does count.
It's a double foul. Windham number 10 is Harry Henderson in second. And number 1 play Hardy is first.
Okay, here's Bowl.
Wow, there we go. Somebody different.
Curtis, who is their leading scorer. Gets his first 3.
Tonight he's the second option, but it's like, all right, you can handle the first quarter, I'll take the second. And yeah, I'm certainly impressed with how Windham's hanging in this game. It was 19-11. It felt like Portland was going to pull away, but just didn't happen. A nice leaner there by Moss.
Here's Curtis. He's got Hugo on him. From the foul line, he hits it.
Yep, apparently this is his quarter.
My goodness.
And what have you done for me lately, Mr. Gilman?
24-23, a 1-point Bulldog lead. 6:26 left in the first half. Windham still playing man-to-man. Lyle.
That's not usually his shot. He almost got it to go down. There's Hardy going up for the rebound. He'll get to the line. Hardy with a couple of huge rebounds down the stretch last night, Steve, to help Portland hold off TA. A couple of missed free throws both times he got to the ball.
His first 5 of the team.
Is that Bowl, maybe?
Bowl with a foul. That's his first. So Hardy to the line.
And Hutchinson in for Windham.
Clay Hardy at the charity stripe. Hits them both.
So Windham doing a nice job hanging around. 4 points. Yeah. Curtis starting to feel it now. Not on that shot.
No, but under there to get it is Hutchinson. We have a kick. It'll be a Windham ball still.
Looks like Coach Rutherford's in the house too, so we got a lot of Portland coaches here tonight. Steal by Foley. Those long arms create some matchup problems.
Coach Rutherford, both the baseball coach and also the defensive coordinator for the football team that was in the state championship this year.
2 years in a row, and he's widely considered one of, if not the best assistant coaches out there.
45, number 1 Clay Hardy, his second. Team foul number 4.
Hardy's stay is going to be short as he picks up his second foul. Trey Ballou back in the game. Oh no, you hate to see that. Just an unforced error, threw it off the backboard. And that'll be Portland ball.
So rather uncharacteristic play of Mr. Coffin, who averages about 8 points a game for Windham.
Yep, go with the bounce pass under the basket and good things happen, but couldn't get that to drop. Ballou will go to the line here.
The foul will be on Bowl.
It's 2 on him. So Portland will be shooting free throws the rest of the way this half. They'll be in the bonus after this next. I thought I heard Peter say it was a 6th foul. Maybe not.
First point of the night for Trey Ballou. 27-23. It's a 4-point Dogs lead with 5.5 minutes left in the first half here at the Expo on WPPS TV3. Steve Schwartz along with Mike Hoffer tonight. Frank Healy on camera, bringing you all of the action on WPPS.
Touched every part of the rim, but it went down. And the lead's now up to 5.
Coast to coast. Nice effort, but Ballou a better effort with the rebound there.
There's Portland with a chance to make it a 3-possession game.
Moss.
Well, and somehow he got that one to go in.
Well, he certainly has a nose for the basket, we should say.
Yes, he is no stranger to putting the ball in the basket.
Here we go, Ballou. Underneath, gets a key rebound. Fonseca down. He's got Griffin Foley on the break.
Just like that, the biggest lead for Portland. Then we got a timeout. But it's one and done for Windham at one end, and then Portland, beautiful job in transition to take a 9-point lead.
32-23, 4:42 left in the first half. Dogs in front. So Mr. Coffin, Hunter Coffin to inbound. He'll send it up to Nicholas Curtis. He's got 5 points in this game. Only 2 players for the Eagles have scored tonight. Nick Gilman with 18 and Nick Curtis with 5. They're 2 and 1 scorers respectively.
Yeah, Portland conversely has 6 players score already, so they're certainly getting more of the balance. Maybe not the prolific individual efforts, but on balance, they've done very well.
It's just time and time again, it seems as though it's so much better to be part of a team. As Hutchinson, it becomes the first player other than Gilman or Curtis to score.
Well, now they're branching out a little bit this quarter. And we got a whistle.
And foul's going to be on Hutchison.
Yeah, I've got 7 as well. The scoreboard says 6. And apparently they're not going to give him the 1 and 1, but that was 7 fouls.
Oh.
That's 7 fouls.
He was out.
Oh, and they're going to count the basket.
Continuation.
Oh, my goodness.
He was pulled down by the shirt.
I think the intentional foul we had last night might have been, there might have been more deliberate contact there and longer contact. So.
And the Windham coach is a bit apoplectic as he said, look, it was a hold. He should be shooting 2 before the, but right. He gets the continuation and then he finishes the 3.
The old-fashioned 3-point play, and just like that, Moss with 8-9 points. And the lead's at 10, even though it hasn't been put up on the scoreboard. There we go.
Oh, nice
job going
basket.
High off the glass there. Beautifully done.
35-27, Windham right in this game. 4 minutes left in the first half, 35-27. The Dogs in front.
Now, the Eagles have some nice pieces, I got to say. I mean, this is a team, they haven't really been tested much, and we'll see if they continue to develop as the year goes on, but they've got some nice players, and speaking of nice...
Well, Clay Hardy created his own lane there, split 2 defenders and up and in on the right-handed layup off on the left side.
Both teams showing why they have a very nice record at this point of the season.
Foul is on number 2 to Ron Moss, his first.
Moss will get his first foul of the night. Their Dogs are up by 10 as Lyle will replace Ballou, who gave the Dogs some really, really quality minutes.
Didn't look like they were going to get the ball in. They do, and it probably would have been better off not getting the ball in.
Seeker all on by himself.
Brett, nicely done.
His 7th point of the game, first of this quarter. 39-27, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. And we got a foul.
We got a 15-4 run right now for Portland, and just like that, they're up to a 12-point lead.
Number 2 to Ron Moss, his second.
The crowd not happy with that call, but
I've never seen that influence an official and change it. So.
Oh, in the back door and a rare miss.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately? You know how it is. Here's Foley again. He loves this spot. A little long on that one.
Yeah, but look at Lyle. Nice touch underneath. Oh, my goodness. And there he goes again.
That's his, by my count, that's his 5th offensive rebound.
Goodness.
So he's been dominant on the offensive glass, and Moss will go to the line.
The foul will be on McGowan.
Windham foul, 15, Austin McGowan. His first.
Austin McGowan.
Austin the line.
Moss hitting every free throw tonight. Number 30 checking in, Chris Brown, along with 33, Zach Petcher for Windham.
Yeah, Moss is pretty much a sure thing at the line. He's about as effective as anyone shooting free throws in this conference. And even I couldn't jinx him. He's up to 11 points.
Including 9 this quarter, so he's taken on a few roles himself.
Oh,
here.
nice catch there by Gilman. That looked like it was going to be a turnover. He couldn't finish, however.
Oops.
He wanted no part of Lyle. Did you see him kick it out?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was like going into a pole. It could have been an offensive.
What a terrific play there by Griffin Foley.
That is really one of the prettiest fast breaks that you will ever see.
Just the fact he knew where he was on the floor, that was not easy. And there's Fonseca with a steal. Portland really turning it on now. Usually it's Moss setting up Foley in the fast break, but that time it was the other way around. And you can see Griff's really feeling it tonight. There's Hardy with a wide open look at a 3, and bang.
It's 46-27. The Dogs are running away with it here in the first half.
22-4 run for Portland. They've got, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. And there's another steal. 1 up ahead to 2 for 2.
And now we're running out of room to keep score with respect to Teron Moss, who is just absolutely eating it up here in the second quarter.
Well, when Portland plays like this, they're going to beat anybody.
Oh my gosh,
and
that defense.
Yep, a nice block there by Fonseca, but they get it back.
Gilman from downtown. This time it doesn't fall.
Yep.
Moss will come up with it. He's got Foley on the break to Fonseca.
Another heads-up play that should have been a turnover, probably. Instead, Fonseca's going to go to the line.
Gets a nice hand from Zach Petcher along with one of his own teammates.
Well, it just goes to show you what a great athlete Griffin Foley is.
10 of the team, Pedro Fonseca, 2 free throws.
And they missed this one. So we got a 13-0 run right now for Portland.
John Bento will replace Clay Hardy. Quinn Clark will replace somebody. Griffin Foley, perhaps.
Perhaps the shooter.
Nope.
I think if Fonseca makes the free throw, he's probably going to go out.
Yeah, I think Teron Moss has actually come out for a break.
That's a moot point. Lyle pushed off there, and they got him.
Second foul of the night for Charlie Lyle.
Foul number 32, Charlie Lyle, his second. Team foul number 7.
48-27. It's a 21-point Portland lead. And Windham looks like a good team, Mike.
Well, they do. I think, it's just one of those instances that everything clicked there for a few minutes.
Chris Brown at the line. 1 and 1.
Chris Brown will be shooting now, and we'll see. He doesn't make it, so he doesn't make the first of the 1 and 1. And Ballou with another rebound. Hugo.
This was a 1-point game after 1 quarter. Now it's a 21-point game. Portland with 29 points in this frame so far, and they have a chance to get 2 or 3 more here. Quite a display.
Clark, he wants it.
Then we got a late whistle.
He gets fouled. It'll be on Petcher, and he had had the first foul on him as well.
And Bento to the line.
Well, a couple of bricks there.
And Windham will have the last possession here of the half.
Oh, Curtis stops, pops, doesn't hit.
And we're going to have a foul with 0.2 seconds left.
Wow.
I guess they could call that on Foley. Wow. Not a time you want to pick that up.
Well, looks like he was jumping up and going for ball.
Yeah.
Gilman at the line.
His first points of the quarter. After 18 in the first.
It's still a 20-point dog lead, 48-28, with 0.2 seconds left in the half. And that'll be the end of it, as Ballou will get credit for the rebound. So, we're at halftime, folks. It's 48-28. So, Mike, the Dogs have a 20-point lead, 48-28. Would you have scripted it this way?
Well, maybe the score, but not the way it played out. And, you know, it looked early on like Portland might pull away. Wyndham behind Gilman certainly stayed in the game. It was a one-point game after one quarter because he had all 18 of their points. And I wouldn't even say Wyndham played poorly in the second quarter. Portland just kicked it into gear, and you see what makes them so dangerous. They can score in the half-court set. They can score in transition. They played some great defense. It was one and done for Wyndham on the offensive end. If they missed, they weren't getting offensive rebounds. So they just, they flipped a switch, and was it ever impressive? It was a 24-4 run there, and now they're firmly in control of this game.
Well, there are only 3 Wyndham players who have scored in this game. Michael Gilman with 19, Nicholas Curtis with 5, and Corey Hutchison with 4. On the other hand, the Dogs have spread it out. They've got 2 in double figures already. Teron Moss with 15, Griffin Foley with 11, including 3 3-pointers, and right behind Clay Hardy with 9, and Pedro Fonseca with 7. And rounding it out will be Charlie Lyle with 4 and a ton of rebounds already.
7 already.
And Trey Ballou with 2. So a great first quarter for the Dogs. They're up by 20. We'll be back with second half action in a moment. So Mike Hoffer and Steve Schwartz here on WPPS TV 3 along with Frank Healy on camera. We're going to be starting second half action with the Dogs up by 20 in possession.
Well, what a difference a quarter makes. Wyndham was every bit Portland's equal in the first period, but Portland just clicked it into a different gear in the second, and we'll see if they can protect this lead or maybe even build on it.
Moss, so smart. Hesitates, up and in.
He slashes to the basket like no one else. Loss up to 17 points.
Oh my gosh.
Make it 19.
Faked everybody out. 52-28 is the score. There's the nice break. Gilman up and
nice
in.
Reverse layup there.
Hutchison with that pass. Gilman starting off the second half where he ended the first, scoring.
Well, he scored a lot in that first quarter. He
did.
scored exclusively for his team, which you don't see very often.
Oh,
nice
Hardy.
leaner there by Hardy.
Off balance, puts it in. He's also got a nose for the basket. And here's a foul on Lyle.
And Hardy's in double figures, so that makes 3 Bulldogs now. And Fonseca's not far off.
It's a 24-point dog lead, 54-30. Oh, Gilman from downtown. We know he can hit it, but Hardy's there with the rebound, the outlet to Moss.
Seems like Gilman liked this other basket better on those deep threes. Here's Foley. He's been hot tonight.
Oh, Lyle underneath.
Look at him get another one and get fouled. And he has been active on the glass, especially on the offensive glass.
Wyndham foul, number 3. And Curtis, his third, first on the team.
You know, that's not insignificant that Nick Curtis has 3 fouls. He is their leading scorer, not tonight, but on the team.
Right, and they certainly want him on the floor as much as possible.
I think Bowl is checking back in, as is Orion Beers, number 23. First look at him tonight.
Second free throw, good.
The band, the pep band members are leaving. I'm rather partial to band members. Since
I know, I think it's
3 of them.
And we really rarely see that down this part of the state.
Yeah, nice backdoor play. Beers up and in.
Well, he made his presence felt very quickly.
Hugo for 3, way downtown. Gilman with the rebound. Oh, but a steal. Hardy up and not in, and it'll be
Lyle
Windham
knocked
ball.
it out of bounds. Yeah.
It's about 7-3 in turnovers right now. Hugo, not the smartest foul.
Open foul, number 12, Danny Hugo. His first.
Boy, he has showed some great athleticism this year, and
Yeah, just playing a bigger and bigger role every game. Very important. There's a steal, another steal by Hardy. Moss going to try the 3.
you weren't here last night, but we had Lyle and Hardy.
Yes. Hardy's showing some range.
His 14th point of the night. It's a 3. 58-32 is the score. Oops.
Almost
Here's
an extra step.
Yeah, it kind of looked that way.
Well, Lyle was just ready to send that into the stratosphere, but he traveled instead.
Checking in now will be Nazari Henderson.
I'm guessing as a shot blocker, your eyes get big when you see an opportunity like that. So Portland has taken the competitiveness right out of this one, pretty much from the mid-second quarter on. Nice backdoor feed to Foley, can't finish.
Oh, but he got his hands in there, Bull, with those long arms and a great rebound. Gilman
Moss probably thinks he should have
hesitates,
had
up and
that
in.
one, but he didn't quite get it. Gilman now with 23 of his team's 34.
A spin move.
And Moss got it back. In among the trees.
Oh my gosh.
He found a way to get an open look. How about that?
Whew, my goodness. Hugo almost on the steal there. He knocks it out. 60-34.
And Moss now with 21. And how frustrating is that for a defense? You've got somebody completely pinned in with bigger players around him, and he still finds a way to make a layup.
Oh, we're going to have a...
Oh, boy. Hugo with a steal.
Oh, my gosh. And who's there to get the offensive rebound? Lyle.
That puts him in double digits on rebounds, and then Hugo gets one, too. So Lyle with 10 rebounds, 8 of them on the offensive glass.
Third, 2 on the team, Danny Hugo, 2 free throws.
That is a telling statistic. Hugo wills that in for his first point of the night. Trey Ballou and Tommy Joyce are checking in for the Dogs, number 23 and 34 respectively. We'll be seeing Tommy Joyce on the diamond, playing for Coach Rutherford.
Terrific hitter.
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, I guess
Among other things, because his father is one of the best hitting coaches in America, and certainly in Maine.
Well, that must have something to do with it. Moss forcing the steal there.
Yeah, and
then
Joyce,
at the other end, gives it off to Ballou for 2.
the Dogs have a 29-point lead, folks. 1 point away from a 30-point lead. Fonseca waits patiently to get put into the game. Curtis now. Gilman for 3. Not falling, but ball underneath. He's fouled by Ballou. He'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Open foul, number 23, Trey Ballou, his first. 3 on the team. Ball at the line, shooting 2.
as Pedro will check in for Griffin Foley. Sika with the rebound over to Moss. Moss is 2 on 3 here with Yugu.
Well, even with 2 on 3, I like Moss and Yuga's odds. That's the thing.
Nick Curtis is 4, 3 on the team.
One more foul and Nick Curtis is going to be out, so he's going to take a break here as Windham will check in number 15, Austin McGowan.
I'm guessing they'd like him on the floor in the fourth quarter at some point.
Fonseca for 3, over everything but Ballou right there. Doesn't fall. Ball with the rebound. Here's Beers to Henderson. McGowan up and no good, but
Sorry
Gilman right
the
there.
Rebound is Gilman. I thought he got fouled there, but no foul called.
Oh my gosh, what a pass and what a play. There have been some superlatives tonight, and the Dogs' break is one of them, and the steals are another one.
Yeah, they get out on the transition like no one else. And they are deadly if they turn you over. Lead is now 30. So certainly a positive answer by Portland. How would they play on a back-to-back situation coming off an emotional win against a tough team? And so far, the answers have been very, very positive.
Fouls on Pedro.
Portland foul, number 5, Fonseca, his first, 4th on the team, Ball at the line for 2.
So with a chance to, well, they can't do much here, much damage here, but Bowl is a pretty good foul shooter. That one doesn't fall.
A little short.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left. Wasn't there a show, Room 222?
There was. Boy, you're going way back there.
We lost a legend this week and married Tyler Moore, for those of us who grew up with her. Oh, Yugu from way downtown. Doesn't fall. Henderson with the rebound. He's got Gilman on the left side. It's been quiet. Not hitting right now, but Henderson was there. That'll be, well, going to have it be a Portland ball as, well, it was supposed to be Portland ball.
It is.
Certainly the right call. Didn't touch any maroon shirts on the way out. Athletic director for Windham is our good friend Rich Drummond, former athletic director at Portland. Ballou at the top of the key. It doesn't fall, but
Moss on the putback.
He's going to get it and get fouled.
I don't know if they're going to count this. They're discussing it.
Foul is on number 15, Austin McGowan, his second, 4th on the team.
Yep. They are counting it.
Basket was given by Connor Pittman, number 20.
Okay, Connor Pittman, number 20, checks in for Windham as Gilman will take a seat. 1:51 left in the third quarter here. 67-36 is the score, and the Dogs with an opportunity to just break it open even more. Moss gets the 3.
He's up to 24 points.
This could be his high-scoring game of the year here, I believe.
Well, he's certainly capable of putting up big numbers every time out.
You know, it's a credit to Coach Russo. I mean,
Here's another fast break, and this time Yugu's going to be on the receiving end. He can't finish, however.
But Joyce is underneath and he gets fouled.
I think they're calling a held ball, actually.
Oh, I think you're right. Well, we'll see.
Yep, and they're giving the ball to Windham, so. He got tied up, and...
I mean, a credit to Coach Russo because he lets the hot player take the shot, and at the same time, let's spread it out a little bit. So unless he's going to play by design, he's not going to chastise his players for getting it to the hot hand.
Yep.
That's a nice continuation and in by Henderson. It's a 30-point dog lead, 68-38. Blue way downtown. And Joyce, let's see what happens here.
Ball goes out of bounds. Portland will keep it.
One substitution for 15, John Bento in for Blue.
So Trey Ballou will take a seat. John Bento will come back in. He is a very, very tough rebounder, John Bento. And we'll see what happens here. He's trying to get open. We have a timeout by, well, actually, no, we have a turnover. Change in possession. 30-point dog lead with 50 seconds left in the third quarter, 68-38 here at the Portland Expo. Way downtown. Doesn't fall. Yuga with the ball. He's got Pedro on the right side. Boom, and we're going to have an offensive foul. McGowan, good position. Knocked down.
Number 5, Pedro Fonseca, his second. 5 Portland team foul.
Half a minute left now. As Portland has the press on. Pressure. But they do get it over the midcourt line. Bowl now. Bento, the rebound.
Hugo driving for the layup.
Pretty play right there. 70-38. And that is how we're going to end the third quarter, 70-38. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in a moment.
Looks like
we're back.
Looks like Foley and Moss might be done for the night here with a 32-point lead going to the fourth.
As Quinn Clark is in, he finds Hugo, and he gets fouled. He'll be shooting 2. It's on number 30, Chris Brown.
Windham foul, number 30, Chris Brown, his first. 5 on the team.
Not this time. It's a quiet and subdued crowd tonight. There's not really a student section here tonight for Portland High School.
No.
Which is unusual.
Well, there was some excitement there, second quarter especially. And we got a lane violation on Windham. The Eagle will get one more.
Simon Chadbourne, number 30, will check in for Portland. Yugu makes the best of that third opportunity. Hits 1 of 3. 71-38 is the score. And the Dogs pressing. Watch out. Quinn Clark's got nice hands. Oh my gosh, he dives. He gets Bento, and Bento's going to get called for a foul.
Foul number 15, John Bento, his first. 16 fouls.
Windham has their starters in. Simon Chadbourne can't get the shot off, but he's got Tommy Joyce.
Yeah, nice form there.
What a pretty left-handed shot. From the foul line. Curtis drives on Clark. And count it.
Basket is good by Curtis.
Clark, another tremendous athlete. A football kicker, soccer player.
Yep.
Ballou now will come in for John Bento. Windham fights hard for that and get the rebound. Gilman, all ball, Ballou, nice block of the shot by Coffin. Round the horn we go. Simon Chadbourne to Ballou.
And one.
Nice effort.
Chadbourne with a couple assists here in his limited time.
Windham foul number 30, Chris Brown, his second. 16 fouls, Trey Ballou with 1. 3-point play, Trey Ballou.
His 7th point of the game after 2 in the first half. Has 5 this half. 76-40 is the score. 6:41 left in this contest. Way downtown is Curtis. It doesn't fall, but Tommy Joyce with the rebound.
And Portland with numbers here. Fonseca lost control of the ball. Instead, he's going to line up a 3 and won't go.
No. And the rebound will come to Gilman.
So Gilman with 18 points in the first quarter, Steve, just 5 cents. I didn't think he was going to go off for 72, but I don't think we were going to see him settle for 23 after that blistering start.
Nope. Chadbourne, though, the outlet to Quinn Clark. He's going to take the 3.
There you go, after dishing off so frequently.
Does it on both ends as he gets the rebound and he gets the 3.
And Portland's almost doubled up Windham, which is hard to believe that it was a 1-point game after 1.
Yeah, and a nice 3 for Coffin. 79-43 as Windham is going to clear its bench here in a minute.
Chadbourne's lighting it up. 6 points and a couple assists here in his limited time.
Ooh, no foul call.
He was bound and determined to get at least one more basket before he had to come out.
Sika travels. And here we go with some wholesale changes as Beers and Henderson will come in. McGowan. And number 20 is Connor Pittman, and number 22, Andrew Wing. You know, that lineup right now is pretty formidable even for the Dogs.
Right.
Bento, Chadbourne, Clark, Joyce, and Ballou. The future, in many respects, of the Portland Bulldogs, some of them. You have some seniors out there.
Oh, I got a held ball. Stay down here. Well, the beat goes on for Portland. Very impressive, no question. And now after the trip to Massabesic, they can start looking ahead to that brutal closing 3-game stretch, which will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it will be awfully fun to cover it. Easier from up here than down there.
Yeah, let's say that matchup at Deering is a tasty one, Steve. And then you get South Portland and Cheverus to finish, so.
Nice effort there by Bento. Cross court to Chadbourne. He'll throw it up.
He almost got another one.
Joyce with the rebound.
Got to take it away.
Stripped by McGowan.
Nice to see a kid that doesn't normally get a chance to play much to come in and really shine the way Chadbourne has here in his limited minutes.
Right. And he does bode well for the future of the Dogs.
Oh, no question. You can see his upside, no doubt.
Sophomore. McGowan from way downtown.
But Joyce wasn't ready for that because it came off the glass, not the rim.
We did give credit for that rebound.
Oh, I think Ballou. Joyce didn't handle it cleanly, so.
82-45, 3:50 left in this contest, folks, and it's going to be a runaway for the Portland Bulldogs here tonight.
He's a gritty player there.
Yeah, he really is, McGowan. He's a fighter.
Chadbourne, he's not shy. Oh, man, he is just letting him rip.
3 out of 4 field goals, all threes. Joe Russo has to like what he sees because you never know in tournament time when you might need that.
Absolutely, and just good to see these kids gain some confidence on the floor in a varsity situation because you're right. Blue with a big-time block there. And we're going to get a charge, yeah. They're going to call Clark for pushing off, so another turnover by the Bulldogs.
And some more changes for Windham as number 5, Nathan Watson checks in. Number 33, Zach Petcher. And number 14, Mitch Boudreau. Wing to bring it down. Turnover.
So time winding down and another Portland victory. And too bad we don't get another look at Edward Little before the tournament. That would be fun to have a return engagement here.
You know, it really would be, and it is unfortunate.
And I think it would be good for Edward Little as well, but it's not to be, and the teams will likely meet in Augusta at some point, I'm guessing.
Ben Fisher, number 14, is checked in for the Dogs now.
So I think everyone on the varsity roster here tonight has seen some minutes, one way or another.
Also, number 24 is in for the Dogs, Lino Ben.
Number 5, Nathan Watson is first.
At the line will be Ben Fisher. Hits the first.
Well, Steve, there's also a hockey game going on next door. A big Cheverus-Portland battle. Cheverus-Portland Deering, I should say.
And
we'll check that out as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, you'll be covering that game here tonight, at least for the forecaster.
That's right. Little double duty. Good job, security.
Well, we are so pleased to have you here tonight with us, Mike.
Thanks as always for letting me sit in. Always enjoy coming up here and chatting hoops with you. And seeing such a display of excellence by the Bulldogs, very impressive. Coach Russo was saying yesterday he's got a good team, maybe a great team, but they're not a championship team yet. Yet being the operative word. I think he feels like they can get there, and you can see why.
So a bunch of players, that's Pittman.
A little bit short.
Ballou with another rebound. Second in the Dogs tonight.
Yeah, I've got him 9, so he's done very well on the glass. And we'll get free throws here too.
Beers, I think, with the foul. No, that's Petcher.
So a 1-1 here for Ballou. Perfect. I can't remember the last time I saw a team break 90, and Portland's on the verge of doing that.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. That's a really good point. 89-45.
And the way this game started, who in a million years would have thought we'd have a 44-point spread? It was a 1-point game after one quarter. It was still a 1-point game a few minutes into the second quarter, and Portland just took off.
We will look forward to your piece online and in the forecaster.
There we go. Nice shot there.
Pittman hits the 3.
Chadbourne's double figures. And they break 90.
He's got 12 points, all 3-pointers, folks. 92-48 Bulldogs. He is not afraid to shoot, and he is a good shooter.
That is obvious.
Baloo throws it in
coast
hard.
to coast.
Wouldn't call that the smoothest basket. I would just call it a good basket.
It tickled the twine. That's all that matters.
All right, 94-48. I mean, we've learned that before when the Dogs have been dunked on. And, you know, it's the same 2 points. It does get the crowd moving sometimes.
Of course.
And the Dogs have dunked. Chadbourne, why not?
NBA 3. Put back, and they got to double their score.
96-48 and a steal by Baloo.
And that's going to do it. It's been fun, Steve. Great performance there by the Bulldogs here tonight.
Yeah, very pleased to see you here tonight, Mike. We know you've got to go cover the hockey game, but thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you somewhere soon on some court covering with your great coverage of all of the local sports teams here within the Forecaster coverage area.
Ryan Beers had a basket for 2. Connor Pinton had a 3-pointer for 3. Hunter Crawford had 1 3-pointer for 3. Corey Hutchinson had 2 baskets for 4 points. Nick Curtis had a 3 along with 3 baskets for 9 points. And Mike Gilman had 3 threes, 6 baskets, 2 free throws, 23 points. Game high. No, game high and Windham. For Poland, Clay Baloo, 3 2s and 3 free throws for 9.
So the Bulldogs with a resounding 46-point win over the Windham Eagles at 94-48, especially significant since they were only up by 1 after the first quarter. Windham's high scorer tonight with 23 points was Michael Gilman. Second was Nick Curtis with 9. The Dogs spread it out a little bit more, and the big scorers for the Dogs tonight were Pedro Fonseca with 9 and 11 points for Trey Baloo and Griffin Foley, 14 for Clay Hardy, and the high scorer of everybody tonight, both teams, was Teron Moss with 24 points. The Dogs will move on to Massabesic in an away game, then to Deering in an away game. Windham's going to have their hands full as they go out of the frying pan and into the fire as they play number 2, Edward Little. This is Steve Schwartz for Mike Hoffer, for Frank Meyer, who was not here tonight, and Frank Healy, who is on camera, for WPPS TV3 Sports, saying so long from the Expo where the Dogs reign victorious once again. We'll see you next time on WPPS TV3.